Started with Seinfeld? Went on tour with Seinfeld?
No.
Not started with, but you had a
that was my big break.
Right.
Was definitely hooking up with him.
I would imagine, yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of like muddling along. When you're a young comic, you're just kind of trying to figure out how to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
And you're also trying to get acceptance, getting people to put you on shows, and you're just kind of lost, everybody. And he showed up at Stand Up New York one night when I was on stage, and he complimented me when I came off and said, "You're really funny." And this was right after like the height of his show, and he was first coming back to stand up in New York. And then he saw me the next night, and then we just became like pals. And I just hung on to him.
Hang on for dear life, man.
I was like, I'm going to be your friend.
Yeah.
I realized
I'll be your butler.
Yeah.
What do you want, Jerry?
Yeah, let's go. And I learned so much, and then everybody around got the idea that, oh, Jerry's kind of endorsing this guy.
Yeah.
And that started opening up doors for me on like the late night shows and all that stuff. But man, I think the biggest part was just learning from him.
So when you say learning, I'm always interested in that from a comic's point of view because, I guess you can learn delivery and timing and certain things like that, but you got to have your own material.
No, yeah, it's not that. It's learning how to manage your business, how to go to
Business
work.
side of things.
That
Right,
it was a
right,
craft.
okay. Yeah,
he loves being a comedian so much, and he just really dedicates all of his time and energy to being a great comedian.
Yeah.
And that, when you're in the Comedy Cellar and people are getting high and drinking all late at night, and you're like, I don't know if this is going to help me get better.
Got it.
And then he walks in, and it's like, oh, no, I should be writing every day. I should be showing up early for the shows. I should be structuring my sets and doing all this stuff.
So kind of like the off the court, if you will.
Yeah, totally.
Off the stage
totally.
type of...
Yeah. And on stage, it was kind of impressive. He would give me a change in a joke, just like one word.
Yeah, it makes all the difference.
And I was like, that's not going to mean anything.
Right.
And then you do it, and you're like, damn it, he's right.
Yeah.
That's so much funnier now.
I mean, if there's one person, right?
Right,
exactly.
Honestly,
he's got to be on a short list that you can count on one hand of guys that you want to show you the ropes or teach you the way.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he's a tough cookie. I feel like, just watching comedians in cars and all that stuff, it's a high bar. He's not gonna throw you a pity laugh. He's not gonna tell you you're funny if you're not. He keeps it very real.
Man, when some of the most uncomfortable moments are when we were on tour and we'd be just running into people in an elevator or something, and they put out a lame joke to make him laugh, and
he calls him out.
He just how you get nervous and you're like, you fake laugh to make them feel.
Yeah, of course. He won't throw you the bone.
Nothing. And you're sitting in the elevator in silence. And you're like, this guy just bombed in front of one of the greatest comedians, and he's not letting him off the hook.
Yeah, that's it.
He's almost insulted.
Yeah, I feel like it's maybe I put in so much work to be funny to get that laugh. I'm not going to just give you one if you suck at it.
That's exactly it.
That's an interesting thought.
But that's, like you said, a tough cookie.
Yeah.
Even though I feel the same way.
Yeah, just give him a chuckle or yeah.
Right. Nice try.
Well, I would imagine though, and the reason I'll throw that laugh is because I kind of want one in return, and I'm not the funniest person in the world, but when you arguably are, you're like, listen, I'm not gonna fucking laugh unless it's funny. I'm not.
Yeah, no, he's tough. He's tough. But the other part of it is, if you do make him laugh, it's the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah.
When you get a real belly laugh from him, that's
when you know. I mean, you write that one down. Put that into the set.